Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to continue learning about area and practicing area, but we're going to be adding something new to it called perimeter. So our objective for the day, or our goal for the day, is today I will learn perimeter. Okay, we have some vocabulary for the day. We have our new word perimeter, but I'm actually going to go back to what we've been discussing is area. So remember when we solve area? Area is the space inside of a closed flat shape. So it's the space inside. Okay, something else I want to remind you about area is our formula for area was area equals length times width. And then remember, our answer is always going to be squared. It's always going to be measurement squared. Okay, now our new topic is perimeter. Perimeter is similar, that we're still going to be using rectangles, but we're no longer going to be measuring what's inside the rectangle. We're going to be measuring what's around the rectangle. So I want you to think about maybe building a fence around this rectangle. That's usually what we think about when we talk about perimeter. We talk about a fence. So I'm going to build a fence around it. Okay, so the formula for perimeter is perimeter equals adding each of the sides up. So because this shape has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, to find the perimeter, you're going to have to add up all those sides. So we'd have to add up side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 plus side 4. So perimeter is always adding up the sides, because if I was going to build my fence, I would need 10 feet of fence plus 4 feet of fence plus 10 feet plus 4 feet, and then I would have enough fence to build that. Okay, something else I want to point out about perimeter is notice our answer for this shape. They added the 10, the 4, the 10, and the 4. And then when they got their answer, they got 28. But look at the measurement. The measurement's feet. It is not squared. So our answer for area is always measurement squared. Our answer for perimeter is just measurement. Okay, so let's kind of see what this looks like. I'm going to grab my red pen so you can put your pencil down. Okay, here's my first problem. Okay, my first problem says solve for perimeter and solve for area. Okay, so for perimeter means, remember, I'm going to build my fence around my shape. So perimeter equals adding up how many of our sides you have. So because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, I need to make sure I have 4 numbers. Oop, I'm going to run out of room. I'm writing too big. So I have to add up all the sides. So let's see. This one, I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This side and this side are congruent. They're the exact same. So I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, but I should have been able to figure out that they would both be the same number. And this side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is the same as this side. These are congruent. Okay, so now you can add them however it works best for you. I would probably add my 4 and 7 and say this is 11. And then this is 11, which means my total would have to be 11 plus 11 is 22. Now, I don't have a measurement here, so my measurement would be units. And notice I'm not saying squared. It's just 22 units because perimeter is not squared. Okay, when I find area of this shape, and remember my formula for area is length times width. So my length, which is my long one, was 7. My width, which is my short one, is 4. And 7 times 4, I'm going to use my little caret there. 7 times 4 is 28. And my measurement is units. and area is always squared. Okay, let me try another one of those. Here's my next shape. Okay, so solve for the perimeter and then solve for the area. Okay, so remember, area is my fence that goes around my shape. So perimeter equals add up side, 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 side. So this time there's 4 sides, so I need to have 4 numbers again. So my first side has 4, 5, 6, 7 again. This time it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully I know that if this is 7, this means this one is also 7. And if this one was 5, this is 5. So I can choose how I'm going to add them. I probably for this one might say my 2 5s is 10 and my 2 7s is 14. So 10 plus 14 is 24, but you could have chosen a different way to add them. And my measurements is units, and perimeter is not squared. So my answer is just 24 units. Okay, they also want me to find area. So to find area of this shape, my formula is area equals length times width. And my length is my long one was 7, and my width was my short one was 5. So I know my basic facts. If you don't, you can draw an array, but my basic facts is 35. So for area, it's 35 measurements units, and area is always, always squared. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just realized when we had done this page, I didn't tell you what page number it was. I hope you were able to use the title to help you. I apologize for that. We were obviously on page 103. Okay, turning the page now, you're on page 104. Let's try some together. So I'm going to grab my green marker. And my first directions say solve for the perimeter and then solve for the area. Okay, so perimeter is, we're going to draw our fence around the shape. So because my shape has 4 sides, I need to make sure I add up all 4 sides. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 on that side. That tells me that that shape is a square if all sides are going to be congruent. So I could add this by adding 4 plus 4 plus 4. I could maybe say 4 plus 4 is 8, and 4 plus 4 is 8, so 8 plus 8. Some of you might even think about your basic facts. What if I had 4 4s, what would I have? But my answer I know is going to be 16 units, and I just leave it for perimeter. Okay, for area, my formula is going to be length times width, and my length is 4 times 4. And let's see, 4 times 4 is 16. Wow, on this time I got the same answer. That doesn't always happen. It actually rarely happens. So don't think that they're going to be the same very often. For my measurement is units, and for area, it's always squared. Okay, let's turn the page to page 105 and try another one together. Okay, it says solve for perimeter and solve for area. So perimeter is my fence. And because there's 4 sides, I know I need to add 4 numbers. Okay, so my first side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My next side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that means this one is 10 and this one is 5. Okay, think about what's the best way for you to add that. I think I would maybe say this is 10, 20, 30. Or you could have said 10 and 5 is 15, 10 and 5 is 15, 15 and 15 is 30. There's some different ways you could have done that. So I'm saying my answer is 30 units. Okay, let's look at our area. We're going to start with our formula. Area equals length times width. My length, my long side was 10, and my short side width was 5. Again, if you don't know your basic facts, you need to draw an array. But I know that 5 tens, because remember I can switch them using that commutative property. I know 5 tens is 50. And my measurements units and area is always squared. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you're feeling pretty confident with this. I want you to turn the page and do page 106, and then turn the page one more time and do page 107. Have a nice afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.